If you're watching this on YouTube, we are just starting.
Stuff.
Hey.
Okay.
Stuff and things. I don't know what's happening.
Stuff and things and stuff. So obviously it's been a while since we've done the Guppies campaign, so need a lot to refresh ourselves on. But yeah, we are now going to be doing this more regularly again. Now that I've got a job that has regular fucking hours.
I still don't.
Ditto.
But no, hopefully we'll pick up. This will get the momentum going again, so we can do this at least once a week, if not once every 2 weeks. So hopefully there won't be another 6-week break like there was this time around. So yeah, hopefully we're all refreshed, ready, and eager to go again. So I guess without any further ado, we'll hand over to our wonderful DM Scott to tell
You're
us.
gonna say who's that then? I knew one while I was going.
To just take us through what happened in the last game. Catch us up.
Okay, so after a sojourn to little tropical islands of the Spines, you dragged yourselves into a series of scrapes, getting out without managing to get back out of a big underground building without managing to be, killed or horrifically dismembered. Only one of you having, the limbs withered away with horrible dark magic. You fled back towards the pirate city of John Joe's Ruby with your tails firmly tucked between your legs, and we went back to the familiar safety of your tavern base. And as you awake from a night's sleep, that's where we're going to finally manage to rejoin you. And the sun comes up, starts filtering through the wooden slats of the windows, and the sound of the city kind of coming to life is filtering in through the walls. And one by one, you open your eyes and find yourself awake in the tavern.
When you put it like that, running away makes it just a little bit harder on me. When you make it that dramatic.
I'm not going to lie. There's not a lot of glory in this for you.
How do you think I feel? I lost my fucking arm practically.
Just 2 fingers, my friend. Just 2 fingers.
Yeah, it's alright.
Oh no.
Can I trouble you for a quick look at your hand again, please? Just very quickly.
Because he's kind of got it wrapped up as best he can, just to sort of hide it from.
Can I examine the hand more thoroughly in the daylight from the window?
Okay. Take a medicine check, Logan.
Because you've been so good at these in the past.
That would be 22, my good man.
Wow. Your studies tell you that the answer to this is to hit it repeatedly with an axe. No, it isn't. Don't do that.
Right, I'm picking up an axe and I'm aiming.
As you examine, especially the flesh of the wound, you notice that all the bone structure is still intact, but all of the musculature and all of the meat of the area is it's not so much that it's damaged; it's non-existent. The curled over remains of the 2 fingers on his hand are essentially just skeletal and wrapped in. Naravek's skin is naturally like a pale grey colour, but this is darkening to a dark grey, almost charcoal kind of colour, with little tendrils just extending into the back of his palm and along the side of his forearm. You're not familiar with any natural disease or condition that could cause that, but that also doesn't surprise you a great deal as you witnessed it happen through the use of sorcery, of dark magic.
There any residual sorcery or dark magic of any kind on it that I can sense, or any way like that, to see if I can get an idea of what type of spell this was?
You can try an Arcana check to find out.
Cool. Lexius! Here.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're a magical boy.
Oh shit, I am, yeah.
You are a magical boy, and this is a magical
Right, you need me
world.
to take a look.
You know what, fuck it. Big guns. Celine, get over here.
Oh.
Nick,
Okay.
you know stuff. Over
So
here.
what happened was I actually started getting ready for this. I got super excited that I'm gonna flex, and then nothing. I just get to sit back down and just.
You know, no. You're
You can both. You can all.
Malice, I feel bad. You come over and have a look too.
Hey.
You all
I'm
gather
gonna do
around Narvek. You all gather around Narvek, who's gone from trying to wrap some cloth around his hand and keep it hidden to all of a sudden having you all stood in a semicircle over him
That's
while
it.
he's like still in his bunk, like looking down at him with his strong hand. Going,
Can I
Could
assist
I-
I've
Celine
been
then?
thinking that the whole time about strong hand.
So, could I at least get up and get some fucking breakfast in me before you crowd
Not
me?
yet. Not yet.
Wait.
Can I assist
I
Celine?
don't think you've actually got your finger on his lips there.
I feel like maybe if I can assist Celine, it will probably be more helpful than both of us trying to.
absolutely is correct.
Oh.
You have the choice whether you want to take two separate roles or whether one wants to assist the other to give advantage on the roll. So
I will.
I
assist.
have no idea how to do that.
What is how is your Arcana looking?
Quick look. +2.
Yes, I'm gonna assist.
okay. So Celine has as she spent a lot of her youth, looking into her family's history and trying to learn more about the source of her power. She's a bit more book learned than Lex. Lex has got a bit more worldly knowledge, but Celine's got a bit more kind of book learning. So, pooling your resources, you pull out whatever little magnifying glasses you may have, or monocles, or anything that just to really remove any last remain of dignity from Narevek while you peer at his horrible wound. Yeah. So if you, Celine, take an Arcana check with advantage, so roll it twice and pick the highest result.
Also, I'm so imagining the scene from Lord of the Rings where Frodo's in the bed at the end and everyone's just looking over him.
That's the creepiest scene in cinematic history. I swear, I was more freaked out by that scene than the entirety of Thor 1.
Oh, accidentally rolled 3 times. My bad.
But that's okay. The highest was
What?
your first roll, so
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That still counts.
Nice.
Yeah, if we take the first two, that sounds good.
Okay. So we got an Arcana check. We got 19. That's pretty good.
whoa,
There are.
hyping
Let me
it
just.
up.
I just
Thank
need to
you,
refresh
Mila.
myself with something because, like I said, it's been a month and a half, a COVID outbreak, Christmas, New Year, my birthday. It's been a lot. So I'm just going to refresh my memory of some notes.
Happy birthday, Scott! I didn't know it was your birthday.
I was very quiet because I missed all of it, basically.
Everyone, welcome to Scott's birthday stream.
Where we make him DM
We
for
have
us.
definitely absolutely prepared for this.
Yep.
And now
Yeah.
I'll bring in the cake.
Who's going to sing him the song?
Wait.
I think our bar should say, oh, wait, we don't have one.
No.
Who's got
Right.
the highest performance?
Right.
Not fucking me, I can tell you that much.
Not
Yeah,
me.
just
Yeah,
mine's minus
definitely not me.
Oh no, thank God. Oh God, it's me.
Oh, no.
Let's start
Okay.
singing.
Wait,
So-
what was
Yeah.
that?
Right. So you focus your innate, magical ability, both of you together, and as you're doing this, you are talking to each other about whatever it is that you can detect, what you can sense, and what you can feel from the injury. Obviously, it's very faded because this happened, a day ago at this point. But despite the passage of time, you detect that familiar kind of rotten fruit smell at the back of your nose that reminds you of the aura of necromantic magic.
Did I have to lick it to find that out, or?
You don't have to, but I don't
Okay.
dissuade you. I'm
Please
not here
do
to
it.
kink shame you and
Please
what
do
you're about. I know you and Narevek have a special relationship.
He's my best buddy.
The nights are long and cold on the road.
It has been told.
So there's a very strong aura that you can almost taste at the back of your throat of necromantic energy. But also there's this this metallic bite at the back of your tongue, which things of transmutation magic as well. There's some kind of convoluted mix of the two that has had this lasting effect, this lasting wasting effect on his limb. Unfortunately, neither of you as individual spellcasters have the knowledge or skills of this particular type of magic. Both of you having your own specialisms that you, again, are more innate than learned, rather than the calm, drawn-out study that wizards undertake to learn their magic, and the more rounded kind of experience that they have. Being sorcerers, both of you have this kind of innate, natural magic ability, which, while it has its own benefits, is also naturally, by its very nature, it's specialised into what you are. So neither of you are, corrupted, horrible, shadowy, necromantic, horrible monsters, but you have a general feel for where this kind of magic comes from, but it's not something you're immediately familiar with.
Okay, but we are a step closer to this, and now we
Yeah.
know that we need to find some kind of a wizard or a
So
really strong healer.
my understanding is that we believe this to be a curse. Is that correct?
Is it correct? I don't remember it being a curse, but it would be very specific if it was a curse.
It's going to say that you're aware of what curses are, especially actually, Logan, you have a bit more of a general knowledge of what
If
curses
we
are.
describe it to him, does he believe that it to be a curse?
I believe it to be a curse. Yes. Do you two agree with me that this is most likely a curse?
I
don't know.
Excellent. If I could have a little bit of space, please. Everyone, step back.
By
And
all
now
means.
I'm going to need that hand. Right. Let the light and power of Vodun purge the black magic that plagues this warrior. Let him be cleansed of the dark power that besets him. Let his strength be restored, and let this foul curse be broken and rebounded on the being that cast it. If this cannot be done, if the foulness cannot be dispelled, then let it pass unto me, and I will bear it to my doom or that of our foe. I'm going to touch Nav, and I'm going to cast the beautiful spell known as Remove Curse, if you don't mind.
Whisper Move Curse.
Whisper Move Curse.
That's a good start.
So
mate.
good.
That
was so smooth.
That was.
No. I immediately.
I
felt
wasn't
this-
just writing that as we
was
started
so
or anything.
bad.
No.
That was awesome.
That was
and then
really
the
good.
I
very
love
first
it.
thing I think was shit.
Can we,
Wow.
guys, cut. Can we do that again?
Yeah.
Can we edit
No,
that?
that
out?
was-
I'll edit it out at the end, mate. Don't worry about it.
No,
First of
no.
all-
I
First
think
of all, if you haven't
Whisper
got any
Move
inspiration,
Curse
take
should be
inspiration
added.
because that was awesome.
That
Um,
should be
That's,
added
two
as a spell
inspirations.
now.
Yeah, double inspiration.
Double
Because
inspiration.
that was awesome. You reach out and you try to make that connection, the familiar connection with Vodun, and you feel a very warm feeling within your chest as this divine power flows through you. But despite the valiant nature of what you're requesting, the self-sacrifice that you're offering as part of this process, the warmth of the divine energy flows through you and into your companion's body, and as the glow fades, it doesn't appear to have had any effect.
That's going to be a problem.
Would that mean that it's not a curse, but rather some kind of
It-
spell?
It means potentially means a couple of things. One, that it is not a curse, or two, that if it is a curse, it was cast by a being with a power comparable to that of a god. Personally, I hope it's the first one.
Probably option B.
Yeah, probably
it's gonna
option
be
B.
I
Although
lean
that
more
said,
towards option 1.
yeah. Although that said, Gerard Bandon, although he might appear human, I don't think that he is. I mean, the guy looked what, 25?
Yeah, he was. He had the appearance of a very young man in his prime.
But he didn't speak like a young man. Most 25-year-olds I know are fucking idiots. He called me
Is it-
boy. Like,
You still
Sorry, I
remember
immediately
that?
thought all the Iron Wolves
That
just
was
sat in a row.
No, no.
Gosh, this
I'm-
whole
I'm-
time.
I'm not naming names. Iron Wolves. But yeah,
Amazing.
like yeah, he called me boy, and I'm clearly older than him and much more handsome.
You do appear. Logan's appearance is notably older than Gerard appeared to you in the building in the swamp.
Relatively older. Wow.
Yeah, but
More weathered.
you are clearly more grizzled by life and experience than he was.
Grizzly. Sorry.
I'm
Oh,
just
you're
gonna take.
happy because of the bear reference.
I'm
That was
just
it.
gonna.
I was like, Chris on
I
fire.
know you.
I am just gonna take 10 hit points of emotional
it.
damage.
The emotional
Emotional
damage.
damage.
It's been a long time since we played together, isn't it? This is all the silliness that's
Yeah.
kind of coming out that's
Yeah.
built up.
Okay. Well, I
No,
appreciate
but
the effort
essentially,
for
that is
trying.
a smart observation. Is that he very much did not resemble, in his behaviour and mannerisms, the image that he was projecting to you.
Well, I appreciate the effort anyway, Logan. Give me a little clap on the shoulder. But I think it's obvious. We got to kill this fucker, and then this will go back to normal.
Yes. Well, you'll be happy to know I have a plan for that too.
Good. Should we also maybe talk to is it Roland, the fancy man with the hat?
Yeah, we should. My
We
message,
will, but first
unfortunately, is
we need to
gonna take-
speak it with ourselves
Yeah,
before we
my
do that.
my
between
message is going to take
ourselves.
at least 3 weeks to reach its destination, and then potentially it could be another 3 weeks before I receive an answer. So in the meantime, we need to start thinking of a way for us to get out of this.
I have had a few hours to consider things, to look at the situation that we've been through, and to see who we're standing against. I realized that for some people this is a bit more personal than others, and I realized that his goals and my goals in some ways could align in what we're looking for, though I'm pretty sure not to the same end. However, I believe that we faced a much stronger enemy than we could have handled. And just bear with me on this one. I do not think that we can take him right now. I do not think that we can. This will go our way if we go back.
No, not for
What
the
I
next
think
6
what
weeks.
we need to do instead is we need raw power. We need more sort of firepower, and eventually we need to go back. We know where he is, and we know what he's looking for. And if we beat him to it, if we find those stones before him, we could even force him to look for us. But then we could potentially, it could be more time, much stronger, much better at it, wiser at what we do, and we'll know ourselves better. I don't believe. Another thing that we need to do before we do anything is we need to search for the item that he's been looking for. We have thwarted the attack they left, but I don't know if they left with or without the item he was looking for. Before we do anything, I want to look around, find maybe the area or the place where it could have been, and see if we, or if I can investigate and find it, if they didn't manage to get it.
Do we
But
know where that
after
area
that,
was?
I don't know. But this is something that we can look into. There
Well,
are
might the
ways of looking into it.
Find something under the tavern.
It could be we've searched under the tavern. There was nothing there, but the tavern was not the area that they went for. The tavern was the area they went for after we attacked.
Okay,
This was
yeah.
only one of the ways in. We need to find
No, I think
what
the
their goal
tavern
is.
was.
We need to find
Sorry, that's out. This is out of character, but I think the tavern was their entry point into the city.
one of
One of.
the entries.
Yeah, there were multiple points of ingress across the city. You'll have a basic knowledge from the general downtime conversations that you'll have had with general people around the city while you were shopping and looking around, and you spent several hours in taverns like that we kind of time warped through. You'll know that there was a wizard's tower on top of a cliff that was infiltrated and attacked by a lizardman party. There was your own tavern and the sewers underneath that were infiltrated and ransacked. You know of at least 4 other locations that you're not sure of the name of, but there were warehousing facilities that were attacked, and at least one unregulated kind of not illegal, because this is John Joe's Ruby. Nothing is illegal, but one uncontrolled privateers cache in a cave network. So there's at least 4 warehouses, a wizard's tower, the Guppy's own place, and a pirate's cave that was essentially all targeted and sacked by various lizard raiding parties.
Didn't you say we should find a wizard? Maybe
Well,
to try and help.
We need to find someone strong enough to
I
help us
mean-
with this as
I
well.
mean,
Someone knowledgeable in the sort of magic that we do not possess.
it seems to me that we might find both things in one place. Now, I'm not exactly an expert. I've only been searching for artifacts for about 6 months now, but my understanding is we're not going to find an artifact named the Shard of Oblivion in the cellar of a pub.
That is my thinking as well.
What about this
What-
wizard's tower that someone was
Yeah,
talking about?
Wizard's
That would be a
Tower,
fantastic place to look.
temples.
We can find out. There,
mad
it has
sorcerer's
been. How many
dens.
days has it been since the attack? It's been 2 days at least, right?
Oh, it was
a week, at least.
multiple days just for you to map
There
out
we
the
So-
caverns underneath the pub. So you're probably pushing, probably a week to 8 days at this point.
We've done our investigations. We have access to people who know these areas a lot better than we do. And if we ask the right questions and look for the right areas that were attacked, or maybe were not attacked because the main force could have been a distraction and there could have been another force somewhere looking for what we're after.
We need
That's a possibility. We need to find out what was attacked, where was attacked, and where we can go. If we find those places, we can search them.
My theory is that they found what they were looking for, though. Like you don't just.
That is what I'm afraid of.
They had a lot of.
Oh no!
although
they didn't.
But I'm
although we did a lot of damage to them, they could have. If they pressed that attack, that could have been the end of
No.
us.
No,
They left.
Celine said that the lizards that we interrupted in Brandon's fucking little house in the swamp
Yes.
were groaning and moaning and complaining because they were
Yeah.
trying to find something.
Correct.
If he
They were
has
still
it,
searching
Well,
for
he
it.
does not know that he has it.
Well, that was.
So
well,
he,
that
they
was-
looted as much as they could.
Just
from what I
quickly,
understand.
sorry to interrupt. Narvet, can you take a wisdom save for me?
Uh-oh.
Is that because I had a good idea and now I've got to see if I take psychic damage?
No, nothing to do with any of that.
Oh, this doesn't sound good.
I mean, it's not great. It's just a straight 12.
Okay, thank you. Carry on. Sorry.
I
We
have
must
a
be-
question.
Mm-hmm.
I was just wondering, you know how we found that wand underneath the tavern where they were looking? Do you reckon there's a small possibility that could be what they're looking for?
No.
Well, I thought they were
what they're
looking for a Shard of Oblivion.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, but I
looking
didn't know if
for-
it was connected or anything.
No, I think your wand was just a
I
wand.
don't.
I think you got.
There
I think
is-
you
there
just
is
got really
no-
lucky.
From what
okay,
I
cool.
know, there are no connections with wands or any other items. From what I understand, in regards to this legend or whatever.
What
it
you
is,
do
Okay,
know about
cool.
the Shards of Oblivion, Lexivius, what you do know is that they can be freely attached to any staff, weapon, wand, stick, piece of rock,
Right.
anything. They can naturally be attached to any item, and then
What
used
you
as
mean,
a
kind of like a gauntlet, maybe, or something.
more. I was thinking more along the lines of how Gandalf sticks that little crystal in the top of his staff.
Or a
He goes,
gauntlet, to be
warrior.
clear.
I don't
In
think.
theory, I suppose you could stick one of these stones into
What about
some
five
form of glove. Yes.
And
and they're all
what
different colours?
Do you want to lose those inspiration points? Because that's how you lose your inspiration points.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Please continue.
You want to be Thanos? You can be
Some
Thanos.
kind of infringement, I'm pretty sure. I mean, they're big enough to put us down.
Whoa. Before Scott, I wasn't mentioning any names. Okay.
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 How many of these? Do you know how many of these shards are supposed to be, Lexivius?
I do not.
We must
know what
be
they do?
cautious.
I know what mine does because I have examined it.
Didn't you say that these shards come from a legend?
That is what I've been told. Is just what
What's the
my
legend?
family is aware of.
What's the
That
legend?
no, it's okay. So it's not like a musical number. It's not.
Well, that
It's
is
not
a
a song
terrible
or a
shame.
play. It literally is the Stones of Oblivion. We have been looking for them for a very long time. That there's some kind of a Stones of Power or something.
I know of a legend that might even fit these, but I
God,
don't
if
know.
you reference Avengers again, honestly.
No, it has nothing to do with a giant purple man whose face looks like a scrotum.
Fantastic. Which
Like-
one? What is it?
It's a legend of Voden, but it's not exactly short. Well, it is short, but it's also, I've got it in embellish it. It's kind of my job.
bullet
I can
points.
tell it
Do
to
it in
you
do it in
if
bullet
you-
points.
Okay.
Oh,
Does
Right.
Naverick know what bullet points are?
Can he take psychic damage?
Ow!
Yeah.
Ow! Oh, not again. Ugh, this is why I don't talk.
Was the stone the thing that I touched and that guy could kind of see where we were and connect with us? Was that
Roll
what
an Arcana check.
I hope not, because I
remember-
smashed it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you'd smashed it.
I hope not.
Damn it.
I don't think
No,
these things could be smashed somehow.
Oh,
No,
bad.
I
Bad, bad,
mean,
bad.
what kind of idiot would give one of the stones that you're trying to collect to someone else to go pick up one of the stones that you've lost? And that sounds like a really stupid move. Who would do that?
With a natural 1 on that Arcana check. Maybe. What if it was? Oh shit!
All right.
Oh, dear.
Oh, I
Just
forgot,
slight
it's been
panic
so
sets
long.
in. Yeah.
Natural one. Come on, Celine.
Do I remember what the stone looked like? The one that was smashed.
Yeah, it was carved of a grey stone, like literally like a slate material that was rounded off and had very basic carvings in the front. It has no similarity to the red
I
crystalline
don't
structure
think.
that you're
don't
familiar
worry,
with.
Yeah, I don't think it would be. Yeah,
No,
are more. I think these are more like crystals. I think they're gemstones more than.
I reckon they're prettier colours as well. Like
Probably,
red
yeah.
or green or maybe blue.
Don't.
Let's make a Shadow of Oblivion,
Don't.
and let's make it
little
grey.
yellow.
Yeah, make it grey. Yeah,
I have a stone of power and I wanna paint it black.
Who said Nav isn't a bard?
I like to think that ever
And
since
he's
coming
just
across
rubbing his
this,
finger
Narvek
with
actually
every
has a
note.
stone of power, but it's just a stone.
He's just picked up a shiny pebble and he's
Look.
like, "Can I put it in the stone?"
He's
I
just
found-
tied it. He's
I have-
tied it to the thunder axe with a bit of string.
I have found a stone of power. Look, now, see, this is really easy.
He believes in it so much that it is actually a stone of power because he just believes that much, that hard.
So what was I trying to say? Right. So yeah, I don't think they found what they were looking for, and I think we can look around and we can try and see if we can find it.
What if you, Celine, and Nix go to this wizard's tower, see if you can get access? There might even be records in there of what these things are.
I would
me,
prefer the
Logan, and
doctor, the medic. God, what do I call you? The cleric.
That's the one. Or you could just use my name.
No, I
fine.
meant more of a professional courtesy rather than a
Um,
name would
it's,
go
it's,
on.
it's 2 syllables.
To find the
Logan.
cure to an ailment, I would prefer.
well, I was going to say me, Logan, and Malice could go around the town asking after information and about this and
That's
stuff,
fine.
whilst you guys went and
No,
did your
no,
brainy
no.
things.
It's a nice
We
pirate
should not-
horde.
We
That's
should
fine,
not
I-
walk around this city asking questions. The kind of people that ends up with an artifact that's known as ominously as the Shard of Oblivion don't like questions and they might not be willing to give it up. So let's not annoy them. They didn't
Okay.
give it to the lizards. They
So-
won't give it to us.
Logan, Lexius, and Celine can go to the wizard. I think one of us, I, can go to a library to see if we can find any information. There might be a written down legend
I can go with you.
about what we're looking for. Yeah.
And
Can you
I
read?
Danny.
I would
Can
normally
Nat
say yes to that, but you're squishy, and I don't want you to go by yourself.
We're in a
That's-
city.
I know.
Nav can come
Yeah,
with
but-
me.
Paper cuts.
Yeah, they are scary, but I'll be fine. I'll take Nav with me.
What?
You're coming to protect me against paper cuts.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you, Nav.
That's what I'm good. What I'm good for.
The only problem I foresee with this is we have no way of communicating with each other if any one of us gets into trouble.
Oh, what if we went to?
And this is not the sort of place.
Wait, can't
Okay,
your
what-
stone do standing?
No, you can't.
What
No.
if we went to our good old friend?
That was a mistake on.
yeah, that was something you was meant
technicality
to find out later
issue,
on.
that
I
doesn't
left it.
exist.
In the,
Okay, cool.
I left it in the tooltip by
Oh,
mistake.
it doesn't exist. I can't see
Okay.
anything.
What if we went?
It was
What if we went to our little halfling friend and see if he had any sort of communication stones or something?
Dylan,
That would cost
Dylan?
money.
Much money.
One thing you might have forgotten in all the excitement of getting
you
various
got 3,000 gold.
you got shitloads of coin.
Yeah, we have
Yeah,
a lot of.
yeah.
We have a lot of money.
Yeah.
We are flushed with cash.
You are shitting gold right now.
It's like I alone have 107 on me at the moment, but that's because I think one of us took. I think Celine had the coin pouch.
Yeah, she did. She stole the money.
Yeah.
I've written it down somewhere altogether.
How
what the
dare you.
numbers were.
Darren.
Oh,
Darren
I've written
is
it down in the
So we could
In
go
the
see. We
write-up,
could,
in
we
the
could go
book.
see Dylan and see if he has some sort of way we can communicate with each other over long distances, and then do our thing.
I can communicate with
you-
you over almost any distance. I just need a little bit of time to think about it, and then
Do
boom.
you still want to separate though?
Well,
We're not properly
so-
separating. We're only
Yeah,
going.
because that helped us before.
Yeah, but
Okay,
we're not going
so
off by
how about-
ourselves though.
Okay, so you guys are going off to the wizard. We're going off to the library. Say after an hour, we come back to the guppy, and if you come back and the group aren't there, we go to where they were going.
Okay.
Or we can go
It's probably
find
going to
Darren.
take longer to get an hour to the tower and
True.
back. I think it's just best we go to this Dylan guy and see if he has any way, and then we can then come up with a backup plan if he doesn't have anything.
Could do.
Ow.
I mean, let's put this to race. Narvak is not a retard.
Yeah,
For using
you're
that
allowed,
word, okay?
you're allowed to know things.
I'm pretty sure he's quite average. I mean, what's an average in intelligence? That's like a 9 or
10.
10, isn't it?
No, a 10 is bang on average.
Yeah, mine's minus. Mine's 8.
Yeah, so you're just slightly below average. You're like
I'm just slower than the average human.
You're like me, basically. It's fine.
you're like the slow kids at school. You're not like
No,
I
I
was trying
can.
so hard to decide which one of you I was going to say. I was like,
We
who's going to
already
take the least
established
offense?
he's not slow.
Been doing a lot of drinking recently though, so that might be helping him,
Good.
giving him some bonus points.
Right, shall we
Um,
mosey our way to Darren?
Yeah, I was
Can
going to
I-
say
I
maybe
need
I
to
should
ask-
give you money.
The DM about my level
Who's
up
the DM?
situation.
You don't need to know anything yet. It will all become clear.
Oh, it's like that.
You
Got it.
carry on with all your skills and abilities. You don't have to explain anything until I tell you. And you'll know exactly when it's happening, when it's happening.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
So
what?
exciting.
Ooh.
Right.
I'm excited.
But I've already leveled up my character sheet.
Yeah. Like I say, you've got all the skills and abilities that come with it. That's totally fine.
Okay.
Not a problem. No, all
So I
of
can
at your
use all of
disposal.
it in battles if it comes
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
to Okay. Okay, I'm just going with it. So if I wanted
Yep.
to use Eldritch Blast,
Yeah.
all
You-
of a sudden,
you-
we'll see what happens. Okay, thank you for the. Yep, got it. Forget about this conversation.
Hey.
This was all about me sorting out the rules of this universe.
Trust me, dude. I got you.
Gotcha. Right.
Alright. So
In that case,
Darren,
yes,
then
we need to do some shopping, and I need to do some personal shopping. But I don't know how. What are we going to do with the money situation? How are we splitting it? What's happening
Yeah.
with that?
I was going to say maybe I shouldn't go to Darren because I offended him, so I'll give you
Oh my
the
God.
money.
Ah,
So yeah, I'll give Nick some money from me.
Thanks.
You can come with us. Just don't call him Derek.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
that's
I'll
so
hide
much.
behind the door.
Just apologize
Yeah,
and give him a coin or something. He'll love you for the rest of his days.
yeah, literally give him 2 gold pieces and call him Darren.
Darren.
Oh my god, you could
Darren.
be you could like
Wait,
shake his hand with 2
Yeah.
coins, you know?
and then like
Greetings.
Ah.
Yes.
He
I'll
might
give
not
it a
remember you. It's
try.
been a few days.
Should-
Right.
Yeah, true.
he will remember. He'll remember the elf that called him Derek.
Oh, Finnegan.
How many
If
elves
not-
does he
if nothing
see?
else, there's not a lot of elves
It's been me.
anywhere. You know?
Yeah, exactly. How many
I-
how many
Not
elves
enough
has he
elves.
really met?
I think I would probably remember anyone that called me Derek.
Well, I don't think
Especially
we have to
because-
worry about that.
especially because
We're
it's
about to
not my
spend
name.
we're about to spend a lot of money in this shop. How about we just go?
Exactly. Right, let's go and do some shopping because I need changes to my repertoire.
All right, off we go then.
Breakfast?
After breakfast. A sudden grumbling comes from my stomach. A very loud. Yeah, after breakfast.
Let's we're gonna
Just
grab
sort of-
some.
Logan just sort of looks down at the plate that used to have rations on it, but has now just got crumbs, and his empty beer mug next to him. Goes, "What the fuck were you guys doing?" when we were doing
We
all that
were
talking?"
all talking. He shouldn't have
No, yeah,
known.
I'm just like- You can do
See,
two things,
I-
guys.
I can imagine that like a proper doctor, you know, you were sitting there down doing your spells and whatnot, and in the middle of it, you just quick sandwich,
It's like,
and then you
what's it-
just keep working
Let
on.
the light power of Logan flow through. And let him be cured of his. Yeah, that's how it was.
Putting your full soul and blood into it.
Where's
That's why
the
you.
hand? Bring it here.
That's why you slurred at the end because the beer took effect.
Exactly, yeah, it was
Alright.
just a little bit.
Anyway,
Right, let's those who haven't munched or eaten, let's quickly grab and move on.
Yeah, so there's no supplies in the tavern as such, but you have all got rations in your inventory that you can either eat those or you can try and find somewhere to eat breakfast in town.
save
Should we
rations.
find a stall?
I think save rations and then we'll go to the stall.
Yeah.
Or isn't there a tavern literally around the corner from us, or some sort of eatery around the corner from us?
There's stuff everywhere.
We can
Big city.
probably find a stall that will give
on
us
the
some.
on the way to Dirren's, we'll I nearly called him Derek then. Thanks.
Like to
thanks.
keep an eye out for
I hate to be.
falafel stand.
I hate to be pedantic, but we are in a tavern. I mean, where do you
With
think I
no
get the food from?
supplies.
Yeah, correct. There are no supplies.
yeah.
in the
Scott
tavern.
just said there's no
Where
supplies.
did you get your supply?
There's rations.
Yeah, he said he had rations. He's
Exactly.
okay.
Perfect.
Right.
There's the Murdered Mother Tavern, and there's the Tin or 10 Tomatoes. But they're
Ten
taverns.
tomatoes.
Good place to win.
I
I'll,
prefer the town. I prefer the sound of the murdered mother. I've never liked tomatoes that much. And 10 of them.
The
seem
Murdered
too-
Mother apparently serves good peach cobbler.
I
I've
don't,
heard this
I
regard.
don't know what that is, and I'm not eating it.
Amazing.
Right,
In
this is-
session 2, I
This is a
heard
breakfast.
this,
I'm
and I
gonna
want
go
to try
and
it.
look for a falafel or
What?
I
In
remember
the name
several
of
months
Odin
ago you
is
mentioned
peach
the peach
cobbler.
cobbler. I would like to look into this.
I don't even like peaches.
What even are peaches? They sound southern.
fruit.
They're fruit.
Fruit is definitely southern.
Wait, is
Heresy!
this hang on,
Heresy!
was that an in real life question or is that a character question?
It's hard to tell, isn't it? Isn't it hard
I
to
know.
tell? That line blurs so much.
Do I have to teach Andy what peaches are?
We've been streaming for 40 minutes, and we've spent 20 minutes looking at my hand, 10 minutes talking about what we're going to do, actual in character stuff, and we've just spent the last 20 minutes discussing going to
Hey.
Dirren's.
D&D is finally happening, guys. This is how it is.
Are you? Excuse me. No, don't do that, Dan. Don't do that.
I'm just gonna go to
Are you
Dirren.
shaming my gameplay?
Okay, so you eventually managed to, like herding a bunch of scattered cats, you all eventually managed to get up, wash yourselves, and get dressed. We have managed to achieve a milestone today.
Why the image?
You head out of the tavern into the dusty streets of John Joe's Ruby, and where are you deciding to head? In which direction? What's your goal? What have you settled on as a team?
Derek,
We
That
are
way.
going to
Dirren.
no Derek.
I'm
Calling him Derek.
Derek, whatever his name is. It begins with D.
going to give him a brother called Derek, and one day Darren's going to be on holiday, and Derek will be there, and you'll knock on the door and go, "Hi, Darren." I'm not Darren. Fuck you calling Darren? I'm Derek. You motherfucker.
Oh, poor Darren.
Mr. D.
Mr. D.
No.
Hey, Big D.
Okay, so along the way, it's early, but there are still lots and lots of street stalls opening up. You at one point you actually just stop a young urchin is a loaded word, but a little urchin with a little wheelbarrow full of tasty treats. He's quite happy to sell you some breakfast or you can hold out for some, morning cobbler later on, whatever you decide to do. Would you like to buy some of the urchin's tasty treats?
I'll grab some tasty treats to eat on the way to do.
No, I wouldn't.
Let's help the
What are the
young Roman. Yes, please.
The tasty treats are some form of dried fish on a stick that smell quite freshly cooked and seasoned. He also has various fruits, slightly less fresh because, Pirate City, but they're there. They exist. Also, he has a small pot, the small iron pot with some form of steaming oats in it that you see him give one to one passing by. We kind of ladles it into a little cone of newspaper and says, "Quick, before it gets soggy, eat it through." And just kind of gives it up.
What I'm gonna ask for is for some oats and a little bit of dried fruit in there.
Okay, that's 1 silver.
I'll give him 2.
Oh, you rascal!
I'm just gonna look
He's
at it
always
and just
go
go. I want 5 of those dried fish things.
Okay, he hands them all over. He kind of starts to look a bit shifty. That's 5 silver, please.
I just raise my eyebrows at him.
Roll an intimidation check against a small child.
Oh no, Don, I'll pay.
Oh.
No, I'll pay. Don't even. I'll give him 5 silver for that.
It's like,
No.
he just
don't.
hides it. Like as soon as you give him the coins, they vanish. Like he's creeps
Excellent.
somewhere about himself.
Logan's just at the back. He's just eating an apple that he got from that ruined market stall, and it's just like, why are we
A
friendly?
week and a half old
Like
market
charity.
stall.
Yep.
Charity does not bring glory to Bowden.
No, I don't, no, fuck that. Being like fleeced by a small child doesn't bring glory to fucking Voden.
If it helps, he's very adorable. He's got a little bit of coal smudged across his cheek and everything. He's proper Oliver Twist.
Does he have a little flat cap?
He does. He does have a flat cap, which is odd because it's very hot on this tropical pirate city.
Oh, I like him. Wearing unnecessary clothes in the tropical heat. Sounds like
He's a man who cares about his style.
Yeah, I like that. It's important.
Fashion is a lifestyle choice. No, he's
Damn right.
so yeah. Lexvis has had some oats and some dried fruit, and Narabek's had a pile of fish. And he says, "Anything else, folks? Anything else, ladies and gentlefolks? Anything else?"
Would like some oats and a peach if you've got one, please.
Oh, what are peaches? What's a peach?
It doesn't matter.
He scoops the oats into a little cone of paper. He goes, "Of course, every idiot knows what a peach is," and plops one on the top.
That's okay.
I'll give him 1 silver for that.
Bites it a little
This
bit.
is because this urchin is gonna be rich.
Yeah, having any
Odin's-
strawberries?
Odin's just eating his apple in the background. He has no idea what's going on. He
He
doesn't
doesn't
care.
care. Whatever.
He doesn't care.
I just want some strawberries, please.
Strawberries.
Yeah.
Right.
1 second. I ain't got any strawberries. They're not in season, or something. Yeah. I'm sorry.
What about
Hey,
grapes?
small child, do you know what strawberries are?
Yeah, only an idiot doesn't know his fruit, sir. I've got some raspberries. They're very tart, but they're quite similar.
Okay then.
Raspberries.
No charge for you, lady. And you look at
Oh,
it, looks at
thank
yours,
you.
all shyly, pulls his collar up and hands you a handful of berries.
And I'll just give you 1 gold coin.
He almost wets himself in excitement. His eyes go. At this point, he goes, "Thank you. Here,"
Welcome.
and he just kind of upends his little wheelbarrow of food onto it. He throws out a sheet and just upends the wheelbarrow onto the sheet. Goes, "Help yourselves! I'm done for the day. This is fantastic. Oh, I was going to be so happy with me.
Enjoy, everyone.
I just like
Yay!
just give him a wave as
Oh,
he
you guys are wonderful. Yeah, I love elves. They don't smell funny at all. That's everybody's so wrong what they say about you people. That's wonderful. Thank you."
Because he's a small
Um,
child, I'll let that go. But thank you.
He doesn't know anything about elves. He doesn't know anything about apart from that.
Exactly, I'll let
we-
it go.
Just so that as he's
Are we
as he's
leaving?
running off, just going, "See you, little lad," and then
Yeah, he, just,
and then
he just literally just turns and
and then
scampers
and
off.
then, and then under
how
my
many
breath.
rations can I make out of like some of it?
How many? What?
Rations.
Yeah, you've probably got enough there to make 2 rations out of the stuff that won't spoil. And Narabek,
Excellent.
can you take another wisdom check for me? Another
Yeah,
wisdom
sure.
save, sorry.
Just like, as he's running away, just under my breath, just going, "So he's so getting robbed."
As
What's
just
better?
before he leaves, can I like slip him just like a little pouch and it's got 10 gold pieces in it, and can I just like give him a little ruffle and just tell him to put it in his shoe to make sure it doesn't get robbed?
Okay,
Getting
yeah,
robbed and murdered.
Aw.
He goes from this kind of hyperactive happiness at having his gold coin to he has a look in the little pouch, and he goes deadly still. And he kind of looks up at you as you ruffle his hair.
In your shoe.
You look down and he's got just like 2 little flip-flops on his feet. It's like,
Aw.
he tucks it
Wanna
under
buy
his
some
foot.
juice?
He like tries to jam this pouch into his flip-flop. He's like,
Run home and give it to mum and dad.
yeah, okay. He goes, he turns, he's got this weird like hobbling limp. He's kind of trying to keep the pouch
Don't-
inside his flip-flop and run home.
Don't stop till you get there.
It's like you have really made him a target now.
Yeah.
That was
good
a
guy.
roller coaster. Yeah, that was an eventful buying of breakfast. You guys, yeah, that's good.
Oh my god, let's go buy equipment. We're gonna go.
Trying to yeah, just I'm.
That is a rich urchin.
So I am actually gonna try and huggle a little bit because guys, you're spending money like crazy right
And
now.
that was a natural 1 on my wisdom
Spending
save.
Natural 1 on the save.
On the save.
Awesome.
Well, fuck.
Okay, thank you. That's wicked.
I'm just gonna bundle up like the bits of things that Lex isn't using for a ration and just sort of hold them here and just be like, as we just
Eating
walk off down the...
It's like globs of oatmeal just kind of every now and then just between Logan's fingers. It's just munching.
Hey, I
away.
already made myself what I needed to, so you
Oh.
can have the scraps. That's okay.
Okay.
You think that it's easy to win glory for Vodun on an empty stomach? You're wrong.
By all means, help yourself.
Let's have a look. What are your passive perceptions? Let's have a look. Okay, yeah. So you
Mine
make your way
is-
through. I've got them. I've got them all here. I've got them.
Oh,
here.
okay. Fair. Sorry.
Hey.
I thought you were asking.
Mine's 17.
I occasionally know what I'm doing. Just a little. Not all the time. Rarely, in fact, but I sometimes know what I'm doing. So you're making your way through the streets towards the familiar route towards Darren Quickfinger's Emporium. And you notice that the town is very much returning to normal. You know, it's about a week after the attacks. Things have quietened down a little bit, and the streets are thronged with people going about their early morning business. At one point, you see a small troop of city guard, well, the essential version of city guard that John Joe's Ruby has, which is essentially just a ship's crew worth of pirates whose turn it is. Rousting one guy out of his position. They're just moving him along where they don't like the placement of his market stall. So they're shoving him around and pushing trying to get him out of the way. He's fighting back and at one point draws a little dagger and one of them just backhands him across the face. And draws a lot of street theatre. People just keep stopping to watch. But nobody seems to really on this guy's side. They seem more annoyed with him than anything else because his market stall is jutting right out into the road where carts are trying to get past. It's causing like a snarl up of traffic. And on the other side of the street, and you see a big gap break out in the crowd, like there is an invisible kind of force just moving people out the way. And I think Logan, you've got you've got one of the higher passive perceptions. You feel a tremble through the ground, like it's rhythmical, it's like thump, thump,
Quietly put
thump,
tuck the rations into my belt,
thump.
pull the hammer out, put it over my shoulder.
You draw your hammer out on edge, and you see walking through the crowd is a huge figure, some 14 to 15 feet high. Very gaunt, almost like uncomfortably thin, with a huge elongated skull that's almost flattened off at the top. Very dark, pale grey-blue skin. And the people of the city, even in this city where people are quite used to odd shit, are just parting in front of him like he's projecting this bow wave of energy. There's this huge figure. He's just walking along the street, just as if he's anyone else.
What the fuck is that?
I'm still eating my oats.
Does it? Can I take a look at it and see if it looks aggressive or?
Absolutely. Let's say, what should we take for this? What's the best way to do this? Trying to stop you just rolling perception checks all day, but let's mix it up. Let's have an investigation check. No, that's rubbish. You want to see if he looks aggressive? Insight
Yes.
check.
There we go. I like that. That's good. Wait, where the fuck is my die?
good
There
one.
it is. I knew that. Oh, bollocks. Natural one.
Natural one.
Oof.
I mean, every creature that you see that's of a different race has its own body language, and sometimes it can be quite hard to read. But I mean, he doesn't seem to be causing anybody any trouble, apart from his freakishly outlandish appearance. I mean, its clothes are very simple, like just rough spun tunic of brown, but like undyed material that's just hanging from its shoulders, belted around its waist with nothing really but a piece of rope. It's not bothering anybody, but nobody's getting near to it either.
Well, it's not bothering me, so I take a look at it. It doesn't seem like it's threatening me in any way, so
Is it?
I'm just going to continue my own business.
Has it got like a guard around it, or is it just like walking by
I mean,
itself?
from what you can tell, it's on his own, just walking down the road.
What is it?
Would you like to see if you know it?
Yes, please.
What is that?
What is it?
Have either a
Guys.
history or a nature check. Either one of them will do.
Oh, I'll do a nature. Oh, let me roll an actual dice.
Hey, just do better than me.
I got it. I can't do math. 19.
19.
Ooh.
Okay. Creatures like this that meet the description of this creature are essentially what's known as stone giants, but it's very unusual for one of them to be above ground and around any other living creatures. They're very isolationist. Among giant kin, they're essentially their version of religious fanatics almost. They don't like to mingle with anybody other than their own kind. They don't like to come out from their underground realms because they essentially think that everything that is above ground is just a dream. It's just a dream world. So for this creature to be up and roaming around amongst all of these strange bright lights and the expanse of the open sky above it doesn't meet what they're supposed to be or what they're supposed to do. It'd be like finding a human that was just living at the bottom of the ocean.
Would I know that, being from the mountains and such?
Actually, yeah, you'd have that's a real good point. Stone giants and Goliaths, they come into contact really more than most other races would, usually to fight. If Goliaths are making any kind of settlement that looks too permanent, more than tents, anywhere where you put rock on top of rock on stone giant territory, usually that's where fights break out. And you'd know this because your clan would have, your herd would have had a great deal of storytelling to do about the times they get to fight against these things.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of shout over to it in giant, just what's one of your kind doing around here? We never see you. We never see you outside the mountains.
He kind of stops, and there's a murmuring in the crowd as this creature stops and turns its huge head across to look at you. And the rest of you can't understand a word of this unless you speak giant. It sounds like a series of burps and rumbles to you, like. But to Narvik, it says, "What business is it of yours, Stripehead?"
I like him already.
You don't know what he says.
Point.
Well,
Sounds like
Just
Karen
his
Beck
aura.
breakfast.
Just kind of. It's like I suppose it's no business of mine. It's just surprising to see one of you a lot above ground, especially by yourself.
Okay, roll that. Narivek, can you roll an insight check for me?
Cool. One of the things I'm so good at. There's no minuses on it at least. So
No, no.
18.
18. I don't think many other people would be able to read the odd nuances of expression on this creature's face, but for a moment, it looks like your words actually hurt him. He looks hurt by your statement, and he kind of sighs heavily, shakes his head, and goes, again. The rest of you just hear. He just says, in response, "Do you believe this to be by choice? I have no desire to be here any longer than necessary. And yes, I am alone."
Oh.
Sorry, I don't understand what
just
he's
go-
saying, but I'm reacting.
I was just like, I meant no offense. Just anything you need help with. I know our people don't normally help each other out, but these are strange times.
You would offer aid.
I've offered aid to enemies in the past, but so far we are not enemies. And you obviously do not wish to be here, and I hate seeing creatures in distress.
Okay, that seems actually to have quite a great deal of impact on him. And you see, his lanky, long figure just kind of almost relaxes, like visibly, and the rest of you can make that much out because this thing's fucking huge. But its whole body just goes from being kind of almost shrugged and defensive to just relaxes slightly and it doesn't smile. You're not sure whether these creatures are capable of smiling, especially to outsiders like yourselves, but its demeanor visibly changes. I would never have even dreamt of finding help here.
So
Yes.
So
Yes,
so it is aid you seek.
I long ago forsook any goal. Now I just walk, but I have no end. I go on alone. I can't return home to the caves of my people. So I am here outside of what is real. Please, is there somewhere we can talk?
Yes, of course. I'm just gonna turn to my group and just go.
I just look around and go, Narvak, what's going on?
Just another lost soul, like I was. I can relate to its story. I'll tell you that much. You'll go on to Durin's, and I'll meet you all back at the guppy later.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Do you need anything?
I'm scary enough, and then I've got this 15-foot thing next to me as well. I don't think many people are going to come and look towards us. And I'm fine. Don't worry. Perhaps me and him can help each other out.
I don't know if it understands common or not, but as we leave, I'm gonna look at it and I will say in common, please take good care of him, and we'll leave. I don't know if it understood me or not.
I don't know if it understood you or not. Let me just have a quick look. I don't see how it would, being a fanatical giant.
Well, if it didn't smack me on my way out, then everything's great.
Let me just have a quick look. No, it had no idea what you said, but I think it read your body language enough.
Good. That'll do me.
Got Navrik translate. Use him.
Yeah, I'll just say.
I mean, if he
Good
wants
as
to.
Google.
Yeah, I'll just say what he said. Just like, yeah, he just
It
I'm not gonna
cautiously,
wait for it. I'm
he
not gonna
cautiously
wait for
just
it.
nods in response to his head once to you in
Fair enough.
response.
And then I'll take him back where we came towards the guppy, just sit him outside and chat to him there. So if you guys, I don't know if you want to do these guys first and then come back to us.
Yeah, we'll come back to you.
I'm just going to go
one
grab a
second,
drink. Just going to grab a drink.
Just going to send you a quick message.
Cool. I'll take the phone with me, but I'm just going to go grab a quick drink while you're doing all this.
No problem. 1 second.
Bye. Oh, you can't hear us now.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait, what did I just do? I think I just rolled a die by mistake. I'm sorry.
Okay, right. So the rest
That is what
the
you're
rest of you,
in.
having watched this fucking strange exchange between the equally strange fucking figures that just burped and gurgled at each other in the middle of the street, and then you kind of leave Narevek to do what it is, whatever Narevek's going to Narevek, and you carry on down this main thoroughfare past the town guard that are squabbling with the merchant on the side of the road, and you look back over your shoulder and you just see this huge, towering 15-foot figure next to the equally huge and towering kind of 9-foot figure of Narevek as they just turn a corner and disappear into the crowds back towards the tavern. And you're free to continue making your way along to Dirren's.
Very weird to see Nav being short compared to someone.
Yeah, Narevek to this creature is the same as kind of Dirren is to Narevek. You know, it's a startling difference in physicality. Well, Narevek is much brawnier naturally. This creature is just so it's twice his height easily. You know,
Damn.
Imagine all three of them together.
it'd be like a nesting doll made
Yeah.
of idiot. Like, just
Made of idiot.
like a Bavenkin nesting doll made out of idiots. Yeah, okay. You carry on, and it's not too much longer. You know, maybe another few minutes down the road before you make your way, and you find yourself outside the familiar barred door of Dirren's Emporium.
And I start to get nervous.
I knock on the door.
Okay, you wait for a couple of moments. There's not any immediate answer.
Hello, Dirren. It's ya boys. I'm not saying
It's
that.
the boys. We're looking for beans.
Fantastic.
You hear like the sound of something getting knocked over inside and some quiet swearing. Hang on. Hold on. Hang on. Something shatters. Some glass breaks. You hear like the sound of something wooden being dragged. Thunk. And then the little shutter. And there's a little pair of eyes. Oh, for fuck's sake! He rests his little head against the shutter. He goes, "Do you have any idea how early it is?" All right, hang on. Let me put some clothes on. I've got no trousers on. Pops down off his little
Sorry.
stool.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Don't come in, I'm naked.
Basically, yeah, he's got his little halfling dick swinging around. He's hanging down, and
What time is it anyway?
it's not that early at all. It's like
Oh,
the time it's like the time that normal people go to work. It's like 8-9 o'clock.
that genuinely confuses me, and I look up and try to figure out what time
Yeah.
it is and how early are we.
Logan's just looking at the sun, just looking a bit bemused.
Yeah, both of us. Also, don't stare at the sun.
I can take it.
I bet you could.
So, okay, there's a couple of minutes go by and the door opens, and there's a very bedraggled looking Dirren. He's in just a white sleeveless vest with strings untied, showing like some little, very sparse, scraggly little chest hairs just poking out. He's pulled on some very stained brown leather trousers. His hair's kind of all over the place, and he opens the door, just kind of waves you in. Okay, come on. Whatever it is you want to... Whatever weird shit you're going to ask me for this time, let's get it done. Come on.
We're
Sorry,
looking to
Dylan,
shop, my friend. We're
up-
looking to shop.
We won't take up too much time. We're sorry.
Okay, it's fine. If you've got money to spend, I'll put up with whatever bullshit you're going to do to me today. Okay. What do you want?
My friend, I'm looking to get a shield.
Shield.
Would you have them in stock, or would you know who would?
What? Yeah.
What do you
Hang
have?
on. Let's find out what he has. What has Darren got in his shop? What
Background
has he
music.
got in his shop? What's Darren got in his shop? Let's have a look at his stock. No, he hasn't got that because that's a +4 shield. What's he got in his
Gold!
shop? No, you're not having a +4 shield. Let's have a look what he's got.
Wait, who's got the money? This is okay, but we do.
someone.
No, not Naravac.
Well,
Okay,
hang on,
good.
no, Celine
left it with
over there.
No,
Yeah,
it's fine.
Celine
As
at
long
the
as
end
it's
there.
not, it's fine. As long
Yeah.
as it's not Naravac, because he just walked away with it.
You got any
Yeah,
idea?
You're fine.
Around the
I'm
corner.
here.
I am riding a giant out of it, going so long, bitches.
Wow, you're riding him. You're
You
progressed quickly.
well, it
Yeah,
has
so
been
that escalated.
it has
Yeah.
been lonely few
Wow.
months, and as much as
Wow.
as
I
much
mean-
as there was a talk
Yeah.
about
You move fast.
clapping tiefling cheeks just isn't doing it for me anymore. Gotta.
They're going to threaten you with a good time. That's the way to do it. Okay, so he looks really kind of hungover and messed up, but he starts kind of half-heartedly poking through his stock, like knocking over sacks, and lifts a few bundles up. Yes, I've got all kinds of things. Really, holds up one kite, like normal kite shield, like a knight's shield. On the front of it is the emblem of like a mountain, but it's got a thunderbolt across the middle of it. It's also quite heavily stained in blood, and a huge dent is knocked into the bottom left-hand side of it. I've got this one. Throws it onto the ground with clang, 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 clang. Yes.
Look at Lex and be like, not that one.
That's
I've
what
got
you.
this one. I've got this one. Pulls down like a circular wooden shield with an iron boss in the middle, which is painted in pattern of like two spread wings on the front, just in white paint. This one throws it onto going. I've got this one. Pulls out. It's like a tower shield. It's like 4 times taller than he is. Almost falls over backwards with it.
I'm gonna help him with it, but I'll put it to the side and say, not this one, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. It's just plain iron curved rectangular shield. And I've got this one. And it's like a buckler, which is about the width of a forearm. Just a very small buckler, which is painted with some flames just on the front. And again, this one does have quite a heavy divot in the rim, like it's taken a blow and fended it off. But he just kind of throws it onto the
That'll buff
pocket. So I've got a few, really. Yeah.
Looking at it, which one looks like it might be in best condition? And what-
While you have a look through it, Darren stumbles over to a jug of water and pours himself a jug, and it's like he's almost shaking, like he's guzzling it down really desperately. Roll an investigation check for me.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm
you,
seeing
I mean,
is
better
I
say
probably
you,
know
you do
about
have an
shields.
Yeah,
you do have an armored cleric
with
with you that could.
Yeah, like I literally know about.
Actually,
shields are
yeah,
kind of
could
my
I
religion.
defer it to
Yeah,
my
you've
friend?
literally been giving him advice
My
as
friend.
these shields
I
came
need-
out, so
yeah.
that's perfectly fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
take advantage on that and see
Okay, nice.
as
Thank
Logan
you.
helps you.
Two of these. Fantastic. Yeah, so let's roll this. What is it? Investigation.
Yeah, you roll it.
Power shopping.
14.
14. The original kite shield it's fucked. You know, the size of the dent that's hit into it would have broken the arm of whoever was carrying this damn thing. And you can't help but think that the blood that's spattered on the front of it is probably the previous owners. The wooden shield is absolutely prime, no damage to it at all. And the buckler has a little bit of damage to it, but like Logan says, very easily repairable. It hasn't been kind of structurally compromised, it's just seen some use.
It depends on which one you want to lug around with you. The,
One
the wooden one or the buckler are fine. One
There's
of
a
them
little-
has flames on.
There's a little burp from over by where Darren's standing. He kind of points without looking. He goes, one with they're all good, they all work, but the little one with the fire on it, it does extra things too. That's
Oh,
That one.
Ooh,
would we
Okay.
know
I'm getting
what
hyped
the
for you.
extra things are?
Kills
Yeah,
you
of course I
instantly.
do. I don't sell things that I don't know what they do. What do you think I am, a fucking idiot?
Never.
If you hit it, it burns people. But it once a day. Once a day. Does it once a day.
And how much would you be persuaded to take to release this?
Let me. He starts flip. He like staggers over to where his bed is, and you see that his bed isn't so much a bed as it is like a very thin mattress laid on top of stacks of ledgers. And he slides one of the ledgers out. Starts
I
flipping
really
through the
like
pages.
him right now. He's, oh my god,
Doing
that is
his,
a legend.
doing his life, doing his
I'm just gonna stand there and I'll just. That, my friend, is impressive.
he doesn't look up from the book, but he does gesture to the whole the building. He says, "I need some way of keeping track. I've got no idea what's in half these rooms. It's just full of shit." And so he's flicking through. He's still flicking through the book. I have absolutely no idea how much these things are meant to cost. So let me make sure that I'm not either pulling your pants down or making it too easy for you.
I think just a standard one was like 10 gold or something.
For a normal shield, it's
Normal,
a
nothing.
trivial
Yeah.
amount. But
Yeah.
this is
A magical Bernie shield.
this is quite a lot. He said he looks at it, goes, retaliation buckler. One previous owner, mild damage, 4,000 pieces of gold.
And the wooden one?
I look at Lex and I just pick up the wooden one and I'm just like slowly pushing it into his arms. Like,
We can paint some flames on that one.
We cannot pay for that, no.
I'll get.
He goes,
some-
yeah, 10 gold.
I'll get Nick to draw some pretty.
I-
things for you.
For the time being, if guys you don't mind, I'm gonna add that to my shopping list.
Of course not.
And gold one, right?
Yes. Well, at the moment, the price is always negotiable depending on what else we buy. So right now, I'm gonna say, okay, this would be one of the items that we will want, but we will definitely be buying a lot.
I like the sound of that. I don't like to think I don't get out of bed for more than 1,000 gold. So yeah, whatever. What do you want?
Yeah. Do we need more health kits?
Have you managed to restock on health potions?
No,
Medical supplies?
it's been 3 days. No, I haven't.
I mean, we've used one.
That
We
is a
still have
shame.
all of the healing kits. We're good.
Okay. Does anyone else need anything?
We need some sort of communication things for when we're
That's it.
separated to be able to talk to each other.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, that's easy enough. Yeah, of course. Hang on. You see him kind of clamber over some piles of shit into a staircase that you couldn't actually see before, because his house is like this shop is like a hoarder's house, but full of actually useful shit. So he clambers over some stuff. You see his ass stick up in the air and his feet kind of flail as he falls down the other side, and he kind of clambers up the stairs. After a couple of minutes, he comes back down with like a haversack over his shoulder, clambers back over it. Oh fuck! Falls down. Unpacks opens the haversack, and it's got 3 little cases inside. Each one of these cases is a matched set. He opens one of the 3 cases, and there's 2 stones inside. So these are they're quite common in ships, because it's useful to be able to talk between ships. These are what are called sending stones, and he holds them up, and they literally look like a more civilized version of the stone that you took off the lizard man. Instead of they're
now
literally
we know what that was.
they're just round grey pebbles with a very basic carving of like 1 smiling face and 1 miserable face, 1 on each one. Is that they're each paired, but using one lets you speak to the other one once per day, as long as you're on the same plane of existence. So you can send 1 message of up to 25 words, and you can get a reply back of up to 25 words once per day. But each stone can only talk to the one that it's paired with, and I've got 3 of them, 3 sets.
How
How
much
much?
is 1 pair of sending stones?
600 per pair.
If we were to buy all 3, could we get a discount on that?
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh fuck! What do I have to do? I'm shit at persuasion.
Because you asked the question.
Because thou opened thine gob.
13.
Oh, Rachel can't hear. Oh, she can now. So
I can't hear.
We
anything.
can't hear
Yeah.
Rachel.
I can see your mouth
Rachel,
moving, but nothing's coming out.
It's like a fish.
hi.
Hold up. Have we got flashcards?
Is that better?
That's better.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Can you hear us? Yeah.
Yeah. For a couple of minutes, I
Okay.
could do anything after like
Oh.
down.
That's fine. You lost nothing of value.
Okay,
But-
cool. Thank you.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, the sending stones. That was it.
Oh,
Yay.
Yeah, you
We're
really
still
lost
there.
nothing of value.
So,
There's
because,
600.
yeah, 600 each. I says,
Oh my
depending
God.
on how much coin you drop, I could be convinced to knock a bit off. Yeah.
I mean, we're currently dropping 1810.
How much coin have we actually got to drop though?
Do we need 6?
If you want all
we'll
6,
leave
yeah,
it to the
1810.
accountant, but I don't think we need
We don't need 6.
all
No.
3.
Well,
I was thinking.
Remember
one
that
or
each pair can only talk to the other one, so you'd have 3. Although you'd have
Yeah, but
6
we're
stone, you'd only have
Are
3
we-
messages each way.
two. Yes, correct. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
And like
Yeah.
stone from set number 1 can't send a message to set number 3.
Correct.
They're like 3. They're like, you know, when you're a kid and you have those really basic walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
You can only communicate to the other walkie-talkie. It's like that.
It's like having cups on a
Cans on a
string.
string. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a
having two
cans
sets of
on
cups on a string, and that's it.
the
Yeah.
length of the entire material
Yeah.
plane.
Um,
That's
I honestly, well, okay.
Well, didn't we say Logan
We're only
could communicate?
gonna-
He had a spell or something that he communicate with.
Yeah, I can literally just do this for free, but it
Do it
does.
for free. So what? It worth
Well,
getting
yeah,
two
but I mean,
for?
I can only do it. I can't do it that often, and
So it only lasts a certain amount of time as well.
there are other things that I could do that I think would be infinitely more useful. So it
But
was
say, is
probably
that
worth
a-
getting.
Is that a spell
Magic.
slot or a
do
ritual?
that. It's a spell slot that it would cost me,
Yeah, well-
and believe me, we don't want to be using all my 3rd level spell slots.
Okay.
No.
Whoever's got the actual number for money, I'm just gonna glance at them and go. We still good?
Well, how much have you actually got, Logan? You said 1800.
No. I said that's how much it would. If we bolt all
Yeah.
3 and Lex's shield is
Ah,
1810. I don't
Yeah.
have 1810 gold. If I did, I would.
This
not
is
be
why
using it.
I'm kind
Yeah.
of gonna, try to
I've got
inquire. and Whoever's got.
910
No, 1800
gold.
Right, yeah, 600 each. Yeah.
Didn't we have platinum there as well?
Let me.
If you do, let me know. We probably should have done that before we were here.
No, it's 910 gold.
Okay,
Is that all we've
why don't we
got?
why don't we just? I mean, we could just buy one set because
Well,
we're unlikely to
we
break off
won't.
into more than 2 groups of 3.
Mm.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
And
How
in an
often are we
emergent,
gonna want to-
yeah, how often we're going to need to want to separate anyway? It's only just for today in the city. If it's 600 gold, it's almost not worth it. I mean, if we were going to go do some kind of clandestine mission, maybe, but we're not. You're going to a library, and we're going to a wizard's tower, and Nav is making friends.
Yeah, but it might come useful in the future.
I mean, it might. It's just that's gonna leave us with a limited supply.
You had more than 900 gold, though, didn't you, as a whole?
Well,
I'm
it's
pretty
not
sure
what
we
matters.
did.
Yeah, I thought we
We
had
had
loads
like
more than that.
3k.
I was going to say,
We had 3k, so
I remember you guys taking a shitload more than that.
Yeah, we
Well, we
did. Yeah,
did
this
split
is
a
why I'm
lot
very
when we went
confused. We didn't split
rummaging
anything.
through the barrels.
Yeah,
it was
we
all in the
didn't
same
say that.
spot. It was all in one bag.
I think
Ah.
me and Malice just literally shoveled all of our share into your.
Yeah,
coin
it all
pouch.
went into the bag of holding.
So I
The
think
bag
I
hold,
think I
you got
alone
900,
found
yeah.
900 and something, and that I put into your bag. That's all that I found and put into your bag.
yeah, we all found just under $1,000 each. So it was about 3,000 in total we found.
Yeah.
I tell you what, for the sake of your shopping trip, let's say you've got 3,000, and if on review we find out that you had less than that, we'll deal with it down the road. Let's round it to 3,000 for the sake of ease.
Which real shops did that?
I know, right?
Just looking, yeah. So I've got like 3,000 ish. We good? Yeah, I'll just go spend 3,000. Cool.
Good. That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
That would be
I'd
sick.
love that. So I suggest that we buy one pair and the shield.
Yeah, sounds fair.
Can I ask, do you have
We need
any
new
longbows?
swords.
Yeah, I need some weapons.
There we go.
So
Any
any what-
longbows?
what?
Longbows?
Longbows.
Longbow and stock and rapiers.
Long bows and rapiers. Okay, let me have a look. Start flicking through his book. Longbows. He points over to the wall where there are 3 just plain wooden longbows that are hung on a rack, just on the wall. Says, I've got a couple of them. They're not too bad. They do the job. Standard work really. Those will run you about 50 gold each. Just that it takes a lot of craft. Rapiers, yeah, we've got quite a bit of selection there. They're quite popular in town. I've got a couple here. One's quite short with a thicker blade than usual, and has like a plain grey handguard of solid metal. Tosses that into the middle of the floor. Ching! Got that one. I got this one. Throws another one. This one's slightly crooked. The blade's bent off to the side slightly. That's still functional. That does quite well. I've got those over there. He points to like a weapon rack on the wall, which has some very like mass-produced looking rapiers that are all. Those ones are of noticeably lower quality than you're used to. Roll an investigation check for me.
Ooh.
Rachel, I sent you a quick message.
16.
Oh, sorry, no.
16. Okay.
B. Sorry, no. You're the one who's writing the book, aren't you? Yeah.
I'm just gonna pop to the bathroom. Try not to, end the world or something while I'm gone.
He looks like he's about done. He goes, oh, and there is this one. I've got one of these as well. He pulls it down from like behind a roll of coiled up tents. Takes it down, blows some dust off it. This one, it drives home a little bit harder. If you get the angle just right, this one can just kind of dig in a bit deeper. So he just chucks that on the pile.
How much do you want for that one?
This one, that's 3,006.
Okay,
What?
not that one then.
Yeah, no.
What?
Can we come down the price? That has been sat there for quite some time. Obviously, you've been gathering dust for a long time.
Oh yeah, in that case, you might as well just have the deed to the house because no one else has been in here but me. Yeah, because no, that's not how it
I can do
works.
that.
You can roll a persuasion check if you want, and hope you roll high.
22.
How much?
22. So actually, yes. Things I've got. That's pretty much perfect.
You just cursed yourself there, DM. You asked for that.
That's a natural
I've never
20.
had something that meme-worthy happen to me in real life before. He kind of sighs and goes, "No, I could use the space to be fair. I've got to shift some of this."
B, can you just clip that scene for us?
Just tell you what, 2006. It has been here a fucking long time, and I need the space. But it's still a good piece of kit, and I can't give it away. I've got to make a living here. I'm a businessman.
No idea being able to afford that.
Don't want to be the party pooper, but I have got the hard numbers
What did he find?
for the gold that we have.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
2,340.
2,340 is what.
Oh,
But
Okay.
we were also given 800, which I think we spent quite a lot of it. So there isn't much.
Yeah,
So we've only got
I
enough for
think
what
we
you've
have
already got.
yeah.
That's why I'm thinking we don't need 3 sending stones.
I
Let's
think
go for a
one
standard
sending
one.
stone, the shield, and then whatever Malice is buying now.
Can we afford that?
No.
I don't know what he's buying.
What is he
No,
buying?
I
I'd
don't
have
know
to
if
go
it's
for an
that or
old one. It's still too expensive. It's 2,000.
How
With
much
my
is the normal
combined-
one?
I have a massive 50, isn't it? Or 25.
Longbows are 50.
And what about the rapier that you were looking at?
That was haggled down to 2.6 so far.
Was there another one?
There were a couple of just. There's one with a slightly crooked blade, and there's a shorter, thicker rapier with a grey handguard.
Darren,
Do
what's
they-
your cheapest rapier?
He points at the crooked one. Just that
Yeah,
one.
no, go for the half decent. Go for the middle ground.
How much
what
is that
what
one?
are the prices for those
Yeah.
three?
Let's have a look. The the grey handle I can give you for 25. The one with the 1Q1 still cuts perfectly well. I can give you that for 10. And you know the one that's in Sorcel, that's 2.6. 2.6 is as low as I can go on that one.
I might come back to that at a later date, but yeah, just the 25 one. Will do me
I'd be
nicely
very-
on a long
I'd
go.
be very surprised if this goes anywhere. It's been here for fucking ages. Shoves it back up behind the tents and just rolls them back on top of it.
Well, you can knock another 1,000 off. I could take it off your hands.
You can fuck off.
You do an IOU?
I do a go
Are you
fuck
1,000?
you. He holds his little fingers up, and they're like, you notice that he's actually got very stubby fingers, even for a halfling. He's like, yeah, I've got a go fuck you. I can do them. I got 2. Smart
Roll
ass.
natural 20. I'd roll nat 1 next time.
I mean,
Yeah, that'd do
you
me.
still get another
Longbow.
rapier and a longbow out of it, don't you? So it's like with,
Yeah,
if you go for the
longbow
middle
and a
ground.
rapier. That would do me nicely. That's what I need.
He chucks them down onto the pile. Chunk.
3 days.
Anything else I can help you with?
No, that's be good.
Just while I'm here, just wondering, any half plates in stock?
Half plates. Oh, like cutlery? Or you want to
armor.
take the dinner off?
Half plate, medium armor.
Oh.
We don't have enough for that.
Oh, I'm aware.
He starts looking through his ledgers. Goes, I think I've got some in the shed. It's been, yeah, I think I've got 2 sets.
Only full
Do you have the
plate.
prices?
Hang on a second. One thing. Let's have a look. Half plate I can do for 800 gold. Again, that stuff takes up a hell of a lot of space. Plate. You want full plate mail?
If you want it lying
Uh,
around, I at least want to know how much it would cost.
I'm right now not gonna lie. The resources we have are being spent here right now, but I need some reference for the future when we come back.
Just having Logan behind him.
You're running out of money, for fuck's sake.
Oh, shit, didn't want to do that.
Oh no, the resources we've allocated are being spent here.
You're not making it better.
He looks across.
Logan's dealt with requisition officers before. He knows what this is like.
Yeah. There's not a lot of call for plate around here. I mean, we spend most of our fighting folk spend a lot of time on boats, and it's a bit much. But I can probably cobble something together if you give me a couple of days. But it'll take money.
I will not be wearing anything that a halfling has cobbled together. No offense.
Some
No, that's
taken,
fine.
dickhead. He looks up at you like with a little frown.
Understandable.
Darren don't take no shit.
Understandable, but it's a religious thing. You understand.
Oh, no, that I can respect that. Yeah, no problem. I take it back. You're not actually a complete dickhead, just a little bit of one. So yeah, we've got a couple of sets of half plate there from people who were there were 2 lads who came down from Lantris a few years ago. But they didn't last long. They had some funny ideas and they got themselves shanked in an alley. But there's only a couple of holes in the front, easily fixed, easily patched over by anyone with half a bit of skill. And they're only little knife holes. They're fine.
For the time being, thank you for the
Knife
information.
goes through half plate.
Depends how hard you push, friend. I mean,
How well the plate's made.
Depends how good
you had
the
a big lad with you last time. Where's he? Where's
He's
Where's-
making friends.
2 stories tall? Where's he? Because I bet if
He's
he
he's
gave it a bit of welly, I bet any armor would be just a bit of cushion for the pushing, wouldn't it? It'd just go straight through.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It depends on the arm that's pushing the knife, not the size of the blade, if you know what I mean. And he winks across at the 2 elven ladies like... And he immediately winces and holds his head as that gave him a headache. He's like, oh.
Wow.
Okay. Anyone else? Anything else?
No.
Good.
No. Do you have any fun little trinkets, Darren?
Fun trinkets.
Anything?
I
No. Just any nice random trinkets.
don't.
Anything fun?
Let me have a little look. He puts that ledger away, tucks it back under the bed, and he pulls out 2 other much larger ledgers. These are like general books. Can you roll an investigation check for me?
Okay. Get a roll into the D20. I'm so happy. Right. A 14.
14.
Yeah.
Okay. No, you're too low level to do that. I'm not going to do that to you. That would be awful. That would be a terrible idea.
I'm scared, but also intrigued.
Oh, yes. Okay. I've got a couple of things. I mean, they're not going to, they're not going to save the day in any kind of real battle, but I mean, they're quite cool. They're quite cool things to have. I've got a bone seed. That's quite cool. I've got a bag of beans. That's really cool. Everyone likes a bag of beans. And
With a bag do.
Get the bag of beans.
bag of
I
beans.
think it's magic beans.
It's a bag with beans in. Yeah, you plant them, and the beans grow, and they're fucking huge. They're big beans, huge beans.
Okay. Okay.
Sure, I like where this is going.
What does the bones thing do? The bone seed thing.
Bone seed. You plant it,
Yeah.
and it grows a tree made out of bone. Very
Amazing. Can I have this?
It's
Can
very
I just turn to you and just go, please, can I have it? Can I have it?
very aesthetically pleasing for the young necromancer about town. Yeah. Oh, I have got something else as well. It's the Hat of Vermin.
What?
The
Wait,
what?
does that mean rats become your minions?
No, it's a hat for a vermin. He
Oh.
holds up a tiny little bowler hat that was like in between his thumb and
Okay,
forefinger.
now you've got my attention again. Bowler hat?
I never
Yeah.
had
No,
a little
resist.
mousy friend.
I know, I want a little mousy friend, but I will resist.
It's very stylish. I mean, it's got a little band around the middle and everything. Look, it's great.
It is very cute, but we don't know any mice
No.
or rats.
Shame. Yeah, I've got the
That
hat.
is a shame.
I've got the hat of vermin. I've got the bone seed, and I've got the bag of beans. And every time he says beans, he puts his voice like beans.
Oh,
I
I'm
like how
tempted, but I will leave.
everyone
Yeah.
was literally like, oh yeah, we need to get these sending stones. You buy this little plate. Then you better buy a bit of weapons. It's like Nick comes along. It's like, I want to see your prettiest trinkets.
Yeah.
This is so Nick's.
How much is the bag of beans?
Oh my god.
Bag of beans. Don't judge me for saying this, okay? Because I know it sounds like a lot. Bag of beans, 480 gold.
Sorry, what?
Okay.
Are you insane?
You haven't seen the size of these beans, mate. They're huge beans. Massive.
Okay.
The size of Nav?
Okay.
Because that's the only size that I'd be interested in.
Much bigger than Narevek. Much bigger than this house. Huge beans. Like, they block out the sun beans. They're massive.
That just sounds
Bane.
dangerous
If-
and
I
If
wanted
I
to
had
say it like that.
If I had a cow, I'd trade the cow for the magic beans, but I do not have a cow, so I won't take the beans.
The fuck do I want with a cow? I live in a house. Do I look like a farmer to you?
what the fuck? do we want?
No, I know. Look, why don't you want a giant beanstalk?
Where
I'm
would I
so
put it?
giant.
Where would I put
See
it?
if he has the gold.
He gestures at the frankly overflowing with shit building. Goes, where the fuck am I going to put a 60-foot tall bean? Oh, yeah.
No, thank you, but I will leave your prettiest trinkets.
Your choice. He puts the tiny little bowler hat back in like a little ring box, puts it back in his
I
pocket.
do really like the hat. The hat is very
Same.
cute though.
No, I'd only be interested in a hat for the owlbear because we've actually met the owlbear.
I
Depends on
don't
the
think
size of
an
the
owlbear
owlbear, I
has
mean-
got a hat on its head.
This
You,
top, I
you
mean,
tried
I'm
to give it
saying,
gooseberries. You don't know.
this hat would easily fit on top of an owlbear. I'm
It's
just
morning,
saying.
it's a child.
Does an owlbear count as
Thank you,
vermin?
What?
Does it?
He looks like he's thinking so. He goes, does an owlbear count as vermin? I'm not entirely sure.
No.
I guess it depends on
They're
your point of view.
beautiful.
He looks thoughtful for a minute
No,
before he
they're
burps
cute.
heavily and kind of covers his mouth. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh. Mm. So yeah, what do you want?
I think Diren is. Yeah, I think Diren is tired. I think we should just buy our shit and go.
I think
Sounds
that's
to me.
that's the most beautiful sentence anyone has ever said in this building. Oh, your
Let's take a
shit
look.
and go.
What do we want? We want the shield. We want one set of sanding stones.
We want.
Didn't you want a
Yep.
longbow or something?
And the longbow.
Longbow, rapier, shield,
Yeah.
and one set of sending stones.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, I'll give it all of you for 600.
Oh,
You, my friend, are a star, and I love you.
thank you.
I don't detest you all more than anyone else.
Well, that is a
Aw.
win.
Take it as a compliment.
You absolutely should not.
How dare you, sir?
He scratches out some lines in his ledgers, bundles up all the things. He goes, do you want gift wrapping?
No,
No,
it's
we're
going to be
okay,
for
thank you,
immediate
Darren.
use.
Good,
Let
because
you
I won't
go,
have
Ready
to
this
do it
time.
anyway, and you just
Yeah.
want to shove them all in your hand, like this big bundle of weapons. Takes one of the small cases out and hands it up, places it on top of the shield like it's a serving tray. There you go. That's 600 gold. Holds his little grubby paw out, takes the money. Thank you. Now, unless there's anything else, he waddles over to the door, pulls it open. Get the fuck out.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, my friend. See you
Customer
soon,
service.
and we'll go.
Aye.
Did we just spend an
Bye bye,
hour in there?
Darren.
Probably.
Hello to Derek.
As you walk away, you just hear him go, fuck it, Derek, I'll give you a fucking Sam just trails off as you leave. Like you just leave him behind you.
Hey, if he wants to throw a rapier at us, that'll be okay.
Or the shield of fire you'd accept,
The
I'm pretty
shield of
sure.
Shield of retaliation. The magical
Yeah.
rapier.
Does he
the
feel like he wants to
vagabonds.
retaliate to that name right now?
Just keep
I am
jumping.
devastated that you didn't go for the hat of vermin or the bag of beans.
I'm not going to drop 480 on a back beat.
You might wish that you had. I'm just saying. You might wish that you had.
Yeah, no.
Go back and buy
very
beans.
much
I wish
doubt it.
that was a lot of money. So.
How much would the hat have been by just curiosity?
200 gold.
Oh, no
200
way.
gold for a tiny
No!
hat.
If it was like one
And then how
gold, I
much-
would have been
But
like,
don't,
yeah.
don't you need to find the
I
vermin? in there?
I don't know how to break this to you. It wasn't just a hat. It was going to have. It does things.
Yeah, no,
You
I
lie.
figured that. But
You asked for what are your nicest trinkets, not what's your best.
I
That's
said, does
just
the
what-
hat let you have them as minions or something? And you said no. Nothing like that.
That's not what it does.
Well,
And
I guess
we've
you'll
left.
never know.
You'll get more money. You can go back there. They'll probably still be there. Don't panic.
Thank you.
All you've got to do is
not
not
unless
die
we run
horrifically.
fast in. Get
I
it.
mean,
I'll probably die, let's face it.
he is very small. We could probably just take it off of him.
Oh,
Well, I'm just saying.
And we have left.
actually pondering that.
You will
idea.
not hurt Kieran.
We're gonna make our way back to Narvak.
Back to God.
Okay. So you make your way back through the town. The disturbance with the merchant by the gate is been resolved by the fact that his stall has been kicked into splinters, and he's just kind of sat on the side nursing a shiner, like the size of a small saucer on his face, muttering about bullying and fascists and being oppressed. He's just sitting there rubbing his eye, and as he goes, thanks for all the help being oppressed, and someone else just walks past and goes, "Shut up, you knob." And he's kind of left in the dirt, just like rubbing his eye. Like that. You make your way past him, heading back towards the tavern. Takes you a few minutes. It's there. You make your way back. Doors closed. None of Rico's men are outside. They've kind of left you to your own business. You're back at the tavern.
Is Narvak there with his friends?
There's nobody outside.
Is there anyone inside?
Don't know. You'd have to have a look.
Okay.
Well,
Let's
he's
go
definitely
have a
not going to
look.
be inside. I think he's a bit too tall to get into the pub.
Yeah, Manus is right. We would know if he was inside. There'd be a hole. A very big one.
If one of us climbs onto the roof, we'll be able to see where he is.
Oh, I'm quite acrobatic. I can go.
Yeah. yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a look inside while they're climbing the roof.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna take a look inside the pub while they're
Okay.
climbing the roofs.
So you
I'm
two climb
gonna-
the roof. Roll an acrobatics check for me, and for God's sake, beat a 10.
I'm gonna,
Hey!
Logan's gonna pull up a chair in the square and just sort of sit and watch them climb. He's not thinking to himself, "Please fall, please fall."
Wow.
22. Told you
Be a
she's
10.
good.
What did you get, Malice?
15.
Yeah. Okay, so you both managed to spider monkey your way to the top of the tavern. You don't break any tiles or anything. You just scramble up to the top, and you both sat kind of on the gable looking around. And it's quite a nice view because not far from you is the dock, and you can see where the water, the sea's lapping quite gently. Quite a beautiful sight. It's definitely better than the time there were mad lizard monsters eating everybody. This is a much nicer view of a bustling shithole of a city that still has its own charm. People hawking their goods. The sun's still low in the horizon, and you get a couple of moments to look around. You don't see any fucking huge giants though, and you definitely don't see any Narrowdeck.
Well, that's worrying.
Lex, you open the doors to the tavern, stick your head inside. No sign of anybody, but one of the tables is on its side. Roll a perception check for me. No, investigation check.
I have a question as to why.
18.
18. You have a question as to why.
Scott, the DM, hates Dan.
Mhm.
He talks too much.
Never talk to strangers. Don't take sweets from strange men. And
Don't follow random stone giants that you find in the street.
I'm not going to make any kind of unpleasant joke, but I did think of one. And I'm not. Lex, you push the door open and stick your head inside, and it's utterly silent. One of the tables is on its side, though. You kind of take a couple of steps inside, crane your head forward, and on the floor is the familiar sight of a long, slim-hafted, double-bladed axe that you've never seen anywhere further than half a foot from Narvek at any point. Perfect Storm, the Thunder Axe, is abandoned on the floor of the tavern, and there is no sign of Narvek anywhere.
Everyone get in now. I'll scream. To everyone to get in here now.
Runs in.
Me too, running in.
Logan's going to saunter
You guys-
because running isn't really his style. It's a bit hot and he's in fur and chainmail.
We
Lynn and
have
Alice need to make their way off the roof.
I'll make way.
Yeah.
we have an
I'll-
immediate
I'll carry
problem.
down.
Yeah, I'm
Narvik
not
is
even gonna
missing.
make a
His axe is here. We fucked up majorly.
What the fuck?
Scott, can you tell us, just because I just would like to know, did we leave the entrance to the basement covered up? And is it
Yeah,
now uncovered?
It's literally just been. It was piled over with shit. It was literally just you filled the hole in with just piles of tables and chairs and broken detritus. That's all still there.
Okay.
As you poke around inside a little bit more cautiously with everybody else with you, Lex, you do, however, notice a small series of blood spots leading from the vicinity of the Thunder Axe back towards the door of the tavern.
I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna see if I can find exactly where it's leading. If
Okay.
there's any way for me to see where it's gone.
You head outside of the
Oh,
tavern.
wow.
Anyone else doing anything at this point?
Yeah, I'm going to
Can
very
I-
carefully.
Someone grab his axe.
That's what I'm
Can I
doing.
grab
I'm
it?
very careful. No.
Can I try and lift it?
What are you going to do with a giant axe? I'm going to pick it up, thank you.
I'm gonna swing it at someone. You've already got a hammer.
Yeah, I'm not going to use it.
You're vultures are fighting over the axe before you do it.
Mhm.
I've been missing for 5 fucking minutes, and you're trying to steal my stuff already.
Yes! That's exactly what I'm going to do in LARP as well, so hurry up and die. I want your nice fancy chair, it looks comfy.
Right, enough. Come on.
I'm going to join Lexius, and I want to have a look and see if there's any sort of footprints or visible travel. Because obviously
Okay.
you're hanging around with a giant.
Yeah,
So if you're looking for footprints, that is a survival check for tracking. Lex, if you're looking around outside, you can have either a perception check to scan the faces of the crowds, or an investigation check to start poking around and seeing if there's any other signals or signs of
I'll
disturbance.
go with perception.
do you reckon I should try and use detect thoughts to see if I can hear him anywhere?
17.
The range.
Too short.
Range.
Oh
Check
yeah.
the range.
And I rolled a 13.
Okay. So Malice, you don't find any usable tracks. Anything that was here has long been scuffed over and worn over by the passing crowds of people that are going about their business.
Cool.
What did you get, Lex?
17.
17. You take a moment, you gather yourself to check the crowds, paying close attention to as many faces as you can, looking for any unusual shapes, anyone who's hiding under robes or cloaks or cloths or anything unusual. But there's nothing. There's nothing you can tell. Everything looks normal. Everything is unpleasantly normal. How can everybody be carrying on like this when your friend is missing? But the world is just going on as if it was any other day.
Is Rico nearby? Like, is he? Because he usually hangs out here. Is he within?
No,
sight?
Rico didn't stay with you after you returned from your trip.
Oh, okay, fair. Just I was gonna ask him if he was around, but
He looked after the place and his men kept an eye on it while you were out on your wanderings. But as soon as you got back and took residence, he left you to it.
You want to detect thoughts?
It only works up to 30 feet, so I'm not sure how useful it would be.
Right.
Or
not until I think if you're gonna use that, wait until we kind of have a more idea of where
Yeah.
they were, where they are.
good idea.
Okay, let's
Because I think
not
it only
panic
lasted
just
like
yet.
a minute. So
Right.
Yeah.
Nav and his friend, very easily recognizable. Should we just go and ask some people?
Oh yeah.
They'd have
Yeah.
seen him. I mean, one of them's like.
Is there a shop
Cool.
or a anyone whose job it is to be outside?
I mean, the
Uh,
stone
nearby.
giant's like caves, so maybe head in the direction
Neighbours?
of a cave.
There's a number of street vendors.
I'm gonna ask one of. I'm gonna speak to the closest one to the entrance to the pub.
Okay.
Nix, can you make sure that that pile of shit in the hole hasn't moved and then been put back? Because if he's underneath
Yes,
us, I'd hate to spend all of our time running around and he's literally like 10 feet underneath us.
Oh, I'll look at it.
Okay. So that's an investigation check.
Oh, that face just
Sorry,
come
okay.
into frame like that. Just pay attention to me.
Just like-
Yeah. Boop it.
I see, Atla, I see where you went. You were cuddling me and then you ran off. I
She's so
see
cute.
You wanted some health potion.
why. Actually, I'm gonna go get some, not some health potion, but some healing stuff that comes in a can. Just bear with me 2 seconds.
She's so
Am I-
pretty.
sorry. Am I rolling an investigation? Did you say, Scott?
Yeah, just to see if there's been any disturbance to your little barricade.
I mean, it wasn't great. It was an 8.
Okay. It's not great, but you are quite an accomplished, ranger. This is your
Thank
thing.
you.
Because you guys haven't done a great deal of housekeeping, and Narabek has lived in this room. There's a lot of dust, and it doesn't appear to be disturbed.
Okay, thanks.
Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna
Dobby.
find the closest shopkeep
Okay.
to the entrance who can actually see.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a huge hulking figure with a very heavy underslung jaw and two prominent tusks, dark grey skin. It's an orcish fella wearing with no shirt on, just two leather wristbands and like a leather kilt. He's essentially selling very basic ironware, like horseshoes, locks, door handles, things like that, from a small store. As you approach, kind of grunts, goes, "Hello."
Greetings. A few minutes ago, did you by any chance see a giant and another giant-looking person come
A
this way?
giant and another giant-looking person.
Two very large individuals come into the guppy.
No, there was one fella, bald head, big tattoos.
Yes.
He's been hanging around with you folk, while you've been in there.
That's him, yes.
Yeah, he was here, but he was on his own.
He was by himself.
Yeah.
Did you see him leave?
Yeah, he came out of the front door.
Could you please tell me where he went? Which way?
I don't know. Roll a persuasion check for me.
Oh, 21.
21. Okay. He looks around and goes, I don't know. I only noticed him because of the size of him, and other than that, I mind my own business. It's not the type of town that you talk too much about people.
I'm going to put 3 silver in front of him. Any help would be appreciated.
He palms it off and he says, he went that way, points towards the docks.
Towards the dogs. Thank you. I'm going to go back. Guys, shopkeep saw him. Narvek was by himself. He went towards the docks.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go.
yeah.
We're going to follow the direction that he pointed out.
Be careful. There is no way Nav would have left this axe behind willingly.
I understand.
It is my understanding that he can't leave it behind willingly. So be very careful. Keep your eyes open.
Damn, Logan, you smart.
Well, I mean, I've just picked it up, haven't I? So I'm going to be fully aware of that. Luckily, I wrapped my hand in a cloth.
All right, so we're going to follow the direction it was pointed, but cautiously.
Okay.
I am expecting to be jumped.
We're down
Okay,
the wider paths. We're not going down any of the narrow alleys. We'll go down the wider paths. We'll stick together. I will go in front. Everyone else will stick behind. I want the 2 scouty elves keeping their eyes peeled. And Celine, if anyone jumps at us and looks dodgy, set the fucking cunt on fire.
Oh, I will enjoy doing that. Thank you.
I know. Lex, whatever it is you do. Right, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. You head cautiously down towards the waterfront, and again, nobody initially is acting any kind of strange. You have 2 routes you can go. You can go left, which is towards the more open dockside, where several ships are currently berthed, or you can go right around the corner, where it veers towards a guardhouse, like a large blockhouse building, and the wharf master's office.
Did we
Left
go
to the
there?
away from the
ships.
guard's house.
Should we ask them? We're on friendly terms with the guards. Let's ask them if they've seen him.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
will.
he booped his snoot. They're quite close.
Yes, I'm gonna. If you don't mind, whoever is speaking to them, let's go in and ask the question.
Okay. You turn right and you head towards the wharf master's office, and there's a couple of people that you recognise as being again local toughs. They've done their share of patrols around this area. You've been here for a week or so. That you don't know them, but you recognise their faces as being from the local ships, and they're talking quite animatedly in front of the office, which is shut. As you approach them, one of them, which is like a short, bald-headed dwarf with a forked beard, and he's talking to a human female who's got very short-cut, undercut hair with a short mohawk, and again she's wearing like a sleeveless blouse with tight-fitting leather trousers and high boots. And he, as you approach him, he's saying, "Just like that, and that's how it happened. He was gone. They were both just gone." And it's fucked the wall properly, but hello?
Excuse me. We are looking for a friend of ours. I'll use a minor illusion to cast Narvik in my palm.
Him, that one, he says to the woman pointing at the figure. And she kind of scratches at her face and goes, I mean, it's not like you could see more than one of him, is there? He's not very fucking noticeable. I don't know what to tell you, but yeah, you might want to follow me. And they both kind of walk down a sort of flight of steps to where the water is kind of lapping up against a small stone landing. It's dried on the top, and against the brick wall there is essentially a black blast mark, where the centre is clear stone, but then there is like a black sooty circle blasted out against the stonework all around it. Your bald-headed fella stumbled through here, and he didn't stop when we asked him to. Came down these steps, and there was a fella here waiting to meet him. They didn't say hello. He just walked up to him, stood still, and then there was a fucking loud blast, loud flash of light, loud noise, and they were gone.
What did the fellow look like?
I didn't see him. It's just a hood and a cloak.
Big, small.
Not medium, average.
Last time we saw him, he was with a giant. Do you know of any
Giant
Oh.
in the ruby? Yeah, of course. I mean, that would be a stupid thing to say if I hadn't just seen a man fucking disappear with somebody else in a big flash of fire.
shit?
I don't know what to tell you. He could have been anyone. There was nothing weird looking about this guy.
Do you think the Winged Master used that giant to lure Nav away?
Do you?
So I'm not talking to you.
Oh,
Forgive
fuck.
us. We're a little bit. This is our friend that's gone missing, and some of us are a little bit angry at maybe the
Yes,
wrong
sorry.
people. I
My bad.
apologize.
Sorry.
I'm gonna try and do Arcana check on what happened because that clearly is magic.
Yeah, I can see it's really
I
breaking you
want
up
to
inside, guys.
investigate. I want to see if there was an incantation, a circle, anything that.
You can take an Arcana check to have a look and see if you can identify the type of magic, or you can do an investigation to look at the physical evidence that's there.
I'll do the Arcana check. If anyone else wants to do the physical.
Do the investigation.
Nine.
9. Okay. You can tell that it's scorch marks, literal scorch marks. The brickwork around this little stone jetty is marked black with soot, very similar to like an old fireplace, only it's in very clear, blasting out markings from the bare stone in the middle.
Okay. So I'm not quite sure exactly what kind of magic was used. Malice?
18 on the investigation.
18 on the investigation. You can tell that it was localized to a specific radius. There's no footprints leaving the mark, so wherever the sooty blast marks are, nobody has walked over them, and they stretch for a good 5 or 6 feet from the center point, so you couldn't jump over it or step over it especially on the slippery stone jetty that you stood on. So after poking around on it, you're fairly sure that if they vanished from this point, they didn't walk out.
I'll just turn around and ask, does anyone have any ideas?
I might be able to communicate with Nav. As
Do
long as
that.
Will he?
I can't do it now because for some reason I didn't think that I was going to need to be able to, so I would need to stop and commune to Voden. It's not instant. So if I do it, it should be the very last thing we do. We need to exhaust everything we can do today before I do it, otherwise we're going to lose a good chunk of time when we could be trying to find him. However, if he is on this plane of oblivion and alive, I can talk to him. Whether he can tell me where he is whether he can answer is entirely different, but that's the only thing that I've got. Other than that, we try and find him. I mean, yeah, that's it. Does anyone else have any ideas?
What if he's been taken back to Gerard?
But why? Why
Why
would Gerard...
wouldn't he want a big, strong barbarian on his side to fight? Maybe?
Yeah, but we were there. We were all there. We were in 5 feet of the guy. I was close enough to smell him, which was not a pleasant experience. So why would he not take us then? Why would he go to this elaborate thing of creating a fucking 15-foot high stone giant that wanders through the streets of the city and take him away in a flash of fucking lightning and fire? It's just... I
Two
mean,
things might not be
maybe.
connected.
Yeah,
We
but it
need
makes
to
no
find a
sense.
stone giant, or so did you say it's in front next to a wall?
Yeah,
Is that wall? Can I investigate the wall itself?
you certainly can.
I would like to. Yeah, I'm going to see what kind of wall is it.
It's roll your investigation check.
Real or illusion or? Oh, ow. Yes. Investigation. 19.
19. It's worked stone. It's very real. It's very cold and clammy from the spray and moisture of the ocean water that's lapping up at the bottom. The wall behind you, again, it's very slimy to the touch, very cold, and very, very solid.
Right. We need to find the giant. So let's go back to the guppy, retrace the route from the guppy to Dirran's, or where at least from where we met the giant, and ask everybody. The giant is noticeable. Someone would have seen him, and then we can maybe try and find the giant. Other than that, I wouldn't even know where to start. Even if he has been taken by the Winged Master. I mean, if he has been taken by the Winged Master, can we get him back?
Can't be him.
Yeah.
This is
not
something
him.
different.
Do any other stone giants even live nearby?
Not a fucking clue.
I know they live in secluded underground, but I didn't know. If
My
it was close by.
understanding was that, seeing as Nav was speaking to him, Nav is from mountains, so I mean, maybe they're near the nearest mountains, which I have no idea where they are.
Lead the way. Unless we can find anything else around here. Any other magic users want to try and maybe this has to be some kind of a teleportation, right?
Should I try and detect anything? What kind of check should I do?
Has anyone got the ability to detect magic at all? Again, it is something that I would be able to do, but I need time. I can't do it now.
Should I do investigation
Actually,
check?
wait. Scott, a quick question.
Yes.
As I know the spell detect magic, but don't have it prepared, could I still cast it as a ritual? Because I know you can cast it as a ritual. Yeah, no, I didn't think so.
That's prepared.
It
Yeah,
wouldn't
that's
be
what I thought.
investigation. It would be more like
So I
arcana.
was failing at multitasking. What were you trying to do, Rach? Sorry.
Oh, I was trying to do a check to see if I can detect any magic where they teleported.
You can take an Arcana check.
Oh, Arcana. Thank you. Not great. 14.
Okay. There are lingering traces of the type of energy that you can identify as conjuration magic, also evocation, with undertones of enchantment and abjuration. So there's a very complex mix of magical effects and schools that you can feel in this area, which leads you to believe more than one thing has happened at once.
Sound like something a wizard could do.
A wizard.
A
The axe.
wizard.
No, the axe.
The
Nav's
axe?
axe. Nav's axe is bound to Nav. If Nav is still alive, we can use the axe to find him, but that is magic that is far beyond me, and I suspect beyond the both of you. If we find a wizard, there might be some kind of weird wizard shit that they do, and we might be able to use the axe to find him, if he's on this plane of existence anyway.
We did say we're going
There
up
is
to the
a
Wizard's
wizard.
Tower, didn't we?
Yeah.
Exactly. Let's go to the wizard's tower.
Okay.
Let's ask them. It's
We
either
will.
that or we walk around town and hope we bump into someone that's seen him.
It's like worth splitting into teams. Obviously, one go up to the
No
Wizard's
team
Tower.
splitting.
No,
Maybe,
stick
maybe,
together.
maybe not again.
No,
what-
it's too soon.
Just went off by himself.
I'm not being funny, but that's the most beautiful sound any DM ever gets to hear.
Well,
No, we will not split the party.
See, what actually happened is that it was all fine until we annoyed Scott by splitting the party, and he was like, right, punish those bastards.
To the
we just brought
wizards!
in the stone giant out of nowhere to punish us.
Exactly, right. Yeah, let's go to the wizards. On the way, we can speak to people and see if they've seen the giant. He's kind of noticeable. And we can ask the wizards if they can somehow ask them about this type of magic. Ask them if they maybe felt it with their weird wizard senses. I don't know,
Okay. So you gather yourselves together and you start making your way towards the location of the Wizard's Tower that you know was targeted in the previous raids. There's not a lot of conversation amongst yourselves, and you trudge through the streets that again are full of life and are carrying on as if everything is fine. But you trudge along in a tense, awkward silence. You're not sure what the day is going to bring, and all you know for sure right now is that you've lost a friend. And that's where we'll finish the session.
What? Sorry.
Oh, Maverick, coming to wait a whole week.
Oh.
Oh, that's a good reaction at the end. No!
I knew it was coming.
Oh, so did I.
I thought it- I thought-
I don't want to believe it.
I thought it would. To be honest, I thought it was going to be when we saw the axe. But tricked me. Dragged it out a little bit further.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
So the next session's tomorrow, yeah?
I'm
Let me
free.
have a little look at,
I'm free.
let me have a
I'm
little
not-
look at
I'm
my
not.
rotor.
I'm not.
I'm
free.
not.
What do you mean you're not free? Stop doing social things.
I'm
You've
reasonably
been
priced.
captured anyway. We don't need you. It's fine.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I mean, he's right, technically speaking. We won't need you to the end.
I love it so
Just the
much.
listening part. It's fine.
Wow.
Got on your phone.
It's not a
Wow.
speaking role.
Fucking hell, I'm gonna buy a
God.
leash for him or something.
Hey, that's what we
muzzle.
said.
Fuck.
Like any of you could hold me.
Oh
no,
no,
we just
I'll be
need to
dragged
put a
behind
magnetic
you. That's
chip.
the point.
Tracker.
Actually, between
We
me and
did
Lex,
say
we could
special.
definitely hold you, because between the two of us, we're twice as strong as you, boy.
Go on, let's have Augur powers.
Kiss
And,
my
and,
Right.
massive
me-
muscles.
me on my own,
I-
I'm only two. I'm only
Guys.
one.
I'm at 1% battery on the iPad, so I'm
Oh.
going to wrap
Uh-huh.
myself up and take myself out of this pretty quick.
No
But
worries.
Sunday should be fine for me. I've just looked at my rotor. We should be all good.
Cool.
Cool.
Sunday's good for me too.
Wicked.
Oh,
I'll catch you on the
Oh,
flip side. I'm going to duck out of the chat before my device
Dumb
dies, but
fucking
Alright, well, thank you.
No.
It was fun.
life.
Alright, let me just get
That
to
was the dumbest thing I've ever
proper-
done by saying, look after him, bye.
Hang on, I need to get to a proper
That's
What else,
sweet.
camera angle.
what else were we meant to do?
Fuck it.
He was so determined to go with him.
I know. What else can we
You can just about see my
Yeah.
chat can just about see my head above the dungeon master bit. So I'm just gonna quickly say a quick
Bye,
quick
chat.
goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah, we're going to be back at this next on Sunday. Fuck, I don't know what I'm a little bit shell shocked at the moment, so you have to bear with me.
Chat,
Yeah.
what have we learned?
Oh.
Don't wander off with strangers. Spread the message.
But yeah,
Yeah, why did we let Nav
catch
walk off
you
alone?
on the flip side. Catch you on Sunday. I'll probably be doing some other streams this week. Most likely Thursday. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good evening, and
We
we'll see
will
you.
find him. We will fucking find him.
We'll see you
Dead or
soon.
alive.
Dead or alive.
Dead or alive.
Bye.
Bye.
Love y'all.